Section 17 of the Complete Book of Cheese. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Jennifer Stearns. The Complete Book of Cheese by Robert Carlton Brown. C. Cabesson, Le, Auvergne, France. Small goat from Moors. Cabrion, Auvergne, France. So much like the Cabesson, they might be called sister nannies under the rind. Cachet d'Étrechaud, Le, or Fromage Fort du Ventoux. Provence Mountains, France. Semi-hard, sheep, mixed with brandy, dry white wine, and sundry seasonings, well marinated, and extremely strong. Season May to November. Caciocavallo, Italy. Horse cheese. The ubiquitous cheese of classical greats, imitated all around the world and back to Italy again. See Chapter 3. Caciocavallo Siciliano. Sicily, also in USA. Essentially a pressed provolone, usually from cow's whole milk, but sometimes from goat's milk or a mixture of the two. Weight between 17½ and 26 pounds. Used for both table cheese and grating. Cacciofiore or Cacciata, Italy. Soft as butter, sheep, in 4-pound square frames. Sweetish, eaten fresh. Cacio Pecorino Romano, see Pecorino. Cacio Romano, see Chiavari. Caerphilly, Wales and England, Devon, Dorset, Somerset, and Wiltshire. Semi-hard, whole fresh milk. Takes 3 weeks to ripen. Also sold green, young and innocent, at the age of 10 to 11 days, when weighing about that many pounds. Since it has little keeping qualities, it should be eaten quickly. Welsh miners eat a lot of it. Think it specially suited to their needs, because it is easily digested and does not produce so much heat in the body as long-keeping cheeses. Caillebotte, curds. France. Anjou, Poitou, Saintonge, and Vendée. Soft, creamy, sweetened fresh or sour milk clabbered with chardonnette. Wild artichoke seed, over slow fire. Cut in lozenges and served cold, 2 hours after cooking. Smooth, mellow, and aromatic. A high type of this unusual cheese is Jonchée. C. Other cheeses are made with vegetable rennet. Some from similar thistle or cardoon juice, especially in Portugal. Caille de Poitiers. See Petit Pot. Cal de Habas, Gascony, France. Clabbered or clotted sheep milk. Cajassou, Périgord, France. A notable goat cheese made in Cubjac. Calabrian, Italy. The Calabrians make good sheep cheese, such as this Caciocavallo. Calcagno, Sicily. Hard, ewe's milk, suitable for grating. Caledonian cream, Scotland. More of a dessert than a true cheese. We read in Scotland's Inner Man, a sort of fresh cream cheese flavored with chopped orange marmalade, sugar brandy, and lemon juice. It is whisked for about half an hour. Otherwise, if put into a freezer, it would be good ice pudding. Calvados, France. Medium hard, tangy. Perfect with Calvados applejack from the same province. Calvenzano, Italy. Similar to Gorgonzola, made in Bergamo. Cambrai, see Boulette. Cambridge, or York, England. Soft, fresh, creamy, tangy. The curd is quickly made in 1 hour and dipped into molds without cutting to ripen for eating in 30 hours. Camembert, see Chapter 3. Camembert, Germany, US, and elsewhere. a West German imitation that comes in a cute little heart-shaped box, which nevertheless doesn't make it any more like the Camembert véritable of Normandy. Camembert U.S.A. Semi-soft, open-textured, resembling Monterey. Drained curd is pressed in hoops, cheese is salted in brine for 30 hours, then coated with paraffin and cured for 1 to 3 months in humid room at 50° to 60° Fahrenheit. Canadian Club. See Cheddar Club. Cancoillotte, Canquillotte, Canquillotte, Quincoillotte, Cancoide, Fromagère, Tempête, and Purée de fromage très fort. Franche-Comté, France. Soft, sour milk, sharp and aromatic, with added eggs and butter and sometimes brandy or dry white wine. Sold in attractive small molds and pots. Other sharp seasonings besides the brandy or wine make this one of the strongest of French strong cheeses, similar to Fromage Fort. Canestrato, Sicily, Italy. Hard, mixed goat and sheep, yellow and strong. Takes 1 year to mature and is very popular both in Sicily, where it is made to perfection, and in southern Colorado, where it is imitated by and for Italian settlers. Cantal, Fromage de Cantal, Auvergne or Auvergne Bleu, also Forme and La Tome. Auvergne, France. Semi-hard, smooth, mellow. A kind of cheddar, lightly colored lemon, yellow, strong. Sharp taste but hardly any smell. 40 to 120 pound cylinders. The rich milk from Highland pastures is more or less skimmed, and being a very old variety, it is still made most primitively. Cured 6 weeks or 6 months, and when very old it's very hard and very sharp. A Cantal type is Languille or Guiole. Capitanata, Italy. Sheep. Caprian, Capri, Italy. Made from milk of goats that still overrun the original Goat Island and tangy as a buck. Caprino, Little Goat. Argentina. Semi-hard, goat, sharp, table cheese. Caraway loaf, USA. This is just one imitation of dozens of German caraway-seeded cheeses that roam the world. In Germany, there is not only Kümmelloaf cheese, but a loaf of caraway-seeded bread to go with it. Milwaukee has long made a good Kümmelkäse or hand cheese, and it would take more than the fingers on both hands to enumerate all of the European originals, from Dutch Kumkaas through Danish King Christian IX, and Norwegian Kummenost, Italian Frischa, Pomeranian Rinnen, and Belgian Leyden to Pennsylvania Pot. Cardiga, Queijo da, Portugal. Hard, sheep, oily, mild flavor. Named from cardo, cardoon in English, a kind of thistle used as a vegetable rennet in making several other cheeses, such as French caillebotte, curdled with chardonnette, wild artichoke seed. Only classical Greek sharp cheeses, like Cassera, can compare with the superb ones from the Portuguese mountain districts. They are lusciously oily, but never rancidly so. Carlsbad, Bohemia. Semi-hard, sheep, white, slightly salted, expensive. Carré affiné, France. Soft, delicate, in small square forms, similar to Petit Carré and Ancien Impérial. See. Carré de l'Est, France. Similar to Camembert and imitated in the USA. Cascaval Penir, Turkey. Cacciocavallo, imitation consumed at home. Cassarella, Greece. Semi-soft, sheep, mellow, creamy. Cassere, Greece. Hard, sheep, brittle, gray and greasy, but wonderful. Sour sweet tongue tickle. This classical, though greasy Grecian is imitated with goat milk instead of sheep in Southern California. Cachera, Armenia and Greece. Hard, goat or cow's milk, brittle, sharp, nutty, similar to Cassere and high in quality. Cachera, Turkey. Semi-hard, sheep. Kasher Penner, see Kasher. Cashkavallo, Syria. Mellow but sharp imitation of the ubiquitous Italian Cacciocavallo. Casigullo, Panada, Pera di Vacca, Sardinia. Plastic curd cheese made by the Caciocavallo method. Cascaval or Cashkavallo, see Feta. Caspian, Caucasus. Semi-hard, sheep or cow, milked directly into cone-shaped cloth bag to speed the making. Taste tangy, sharp, and biting. Cassaro, Italy. Locally consumed, seldom exported. Castelmagno, Italy. Blue mold, Gorgonzola type. Castello Branco, White Castle. Portugal. Semi-soft goat or goat and sheep, fermented. Similar to Serra da Estrella. C. Castellon or Fromage de Gascony, France. Fresh cream cheese. Castle, Schlosskäse, North Austria. Limburger type. Catanzaro, Italy. Consumed locally, seldom exported. Cat's head. See Katzenkopf. Celery, Norway. Flavored mildly with celery seeds instead of the usual caraway. Cendré, la. France. Orléanais, Blois, and Aube. Hard sheep, round and flat. Other cendrés are champenois or ricey, brie, d'Azy, and olivet. Cendré d'Azy. Burgundy, France. Available all year. See La Cendrée. Cendré de la Brie. Ile-de-France, France. Fall and winter brie cured under the ashes. Season September to May. Cendré champenois or Cendré de Ricey. Aube and Marne, France. Made and eaten from September to June and ripened under the ashes. Cendré Olivet. See Olivet. Sennis, see Mont Cenis. Certoso Stracchino. Italy, near Milan. A variety of Stracchino named after the Carthusian friars who have made it for donkey's years. It is milder and softer and creamier than the Taleggio because it's made of cow instead of goat milk, but it has less distinction for the same reason. Ceva, Italy. Soft veteran of Roman times named from its town near Turin. Chabichou, Poitou, France. Soft, goat, fresh, sweet and tasty. A vintage cheese of the months from April to December, since such cheeses don't last long enough to be vintage like wine by the year. Changy, Orleans, France. Season September to June. Cham, Switzerland. One of those eminent Emmentaler's from Cham, the hometown of Mr. Pfister. See Pfister. Chamois milk. Aristotle said that the most savorous cheese came from the chamois. This small, goat-like envelope feeds on wild mountain herbs, not available to lumbering cows, less agile sheep, or domesticated mountain goats. So it gives, in small quantity but high quality, the richest, most flavorsome of milk. Champenois or Fromage de Ricey. Aube and Marne, France. Season from September to June, the same as Cendré Champenois and de Ricey. Champollion de Queyras. Haute-Alpes, France. Hard, skim milker. Chantel. Natural Port du Salut type described as zesty by some of the best purveyors of domestic cheeses. It has a sharp taste and little odor, perhaps to fill the demand for a married man's Limburger. Chantilly, see Hable. Chaours, Champagne, France. Soft, nice to nibble with a bottle product of the same high-living Champagne province. A kind of Camembert. Chapelle, France. Soft. Charmy, fine. Switzerland. Gruyere type. Chasseau or Chasseaucy. Canton of Grisons, Switzerland. Hard, skim, small wheels, 18 to 22 inches in diameter by 3 to 4 inches high. Weight 22 to 40 pounds. Chasteau see Petit Fromage. Châteauroux see Fromage de Chèvre. Chaumont Champagne, France. Season November to May. Chavignol see Carlton. Chichelak Armenia. Soft, pot, flaky, creamy. Cheddar see Chapter 3. Cheese bread Russia and USA. For centuries Russia has excelled in making a salubrious cheese bread called Notruschki, and the cheese that flavors it is Tworog. See both. Only recently Schrafft's in New York put out a yellow, soft, and toothsome cheese bread that has become very popular for toasting. It takes heat to bring out its full cheesy flavor. Good when overlaid with cheese butter of contrasting piquance, say one mixed with Sapsago. Cheese butter. Equal parts of creamed butter and finely grated or soft cheese and mixtures thereof. The imported but still cheap green Sapsago is not to be forgotten when mixing your own cheese butter. Cheese food USA. Any mixtures of various lots of cheese and other solids derived from milk with emulsifying agents, coloring matter, seasonings, condiments, relishes, and water, heated or not, into a homogeneous mass. A long and kind word for a homely, tasteless, heterogeneous mess. From an advertisement. Cheese hoppers see hoppers. Cheese mites see mites. Cheshire and Cheshire imitations see with cheddar in Chapter 3. Cheshire Stilton, England. In making this combination of Cheshire and Stilton, the blue mold peculiar to Stilton is introduced into the usual Cheshire process by keeping out each day a little of the curd and mixing it with that in which the mold is growing well. The result is the Cheshire in size and shape and general characteristics, but with the blue veins of Stilton, making it really a blue Cheddar. Another combination is Yorkshire Stilton, and quite as distinguished. Chester, England. Another name for Cheshire, used in France, where formerly some was imported to make the visiting Britishers feel at home. Chevalier, France. Curd sweetened with sugar. Chevel, USA. A processed Wisconsin. Chèvre, see Fromage. Chèvre de Châteauroux, see Fromage. Chèvre Petite, see Petit Fromage. Chèvre Tome de, see Tome. Chevretin, Savoy, France. Goat, small and square. Named after the Mammy Nanny, as so many are. Chevrets, Ponta and Saint Remy. Bresse and Franche-Comté, France. Dry and semi-dry, crumbly, goat, small squares, lightly salted. Season December to April. Such small goat cheeses are named in the plural in France. Chevreton de Beaujolais à la crème, lait. Lyonnais, France. Small goat milkers served with cream. This is a fair sample of the railroad names some French cheeses stagger under. Chevretons, Savoy, France. Soft dried goat milk, white, small, tangy, and semi-tangy. Made and eaten from March to December. Chhana, Asia. All we know is that this is made of the whole milk of cows, soured, and is not as unusual as the double H in its name. Chiavari, Italy. There are two different kinds named for the Chiavari region, and both are hard. One, sour cow's milk, also known as Cacio Romano. 2. Sweet whole milker, similar to Corsican Braccio. Chiavari, a historic little port between Genoa and Pisa, is more noted as the birthplace of the Bavaric chivalry rising of newlyweds, with its raucous serenade of dishpans, sour note bugling, and such. Chives cream cheese. Of the world's many fine fresh cheeses, further freshened with chives, there is Belgian Hervé and French Claqueret, with onion added. See both. For our taste, it's best when the chives are added at home, as it's done in Germany, in person at the table or just before. Kristallina, Canton, Graubünden, Switzerland. Hard, smooth, sharp, tangy. Christian 9, Denmark. A distinguished spiced cheese. Ciclo, Italy. Soft, small cream cheese. Sirop de Luchon, France. Made from November to May in the Comté de Foix, where it has the distinction of being the only local product worth listing with France's 300 notables. Citeaux Burgundy, France. Trappist Port Salut. Clabber cheese England. Simply cottage cheese left in a cool place until it grows soft and it automatically changes its name from cottage to clabber. Clairvaux France. Formerly made in a Benedictine monastery of that name. Claqueret le Lyonnais, France. Fresh cream whipped with chives, chopped fine with onions. See Chives. Clarembert. See Alpin. Cleves, France. French imitation of the German imitation of a Holland-Dutch original. Cloves. See Nagelkäse. Club, potted club, snappy, cold pack, and comminuted cheese. USA and Canada. Probably McLaren's Imperial Club in pots was first to be called Club, but others credit Club to the US. In any case, McLaren's was bought by an American company and is now all American. Today there are many Clubs that may sound swanky, but taste very ordinary, if at all. They are made of finely ground aged sharp cheddar, mixed with condiments, liquors, olives, pimentos, etc., and mostly carry come-on names to make the customers think they are getting something from Old England or some aristocratic private club. All are described as tangy. Originally, butter went into the better clubs, which were sold in small porcelain jars, but in these processed days they are wrapped in smaller tin foil and wax paper packets and called snappy. Cocktail cheeses. Recommended from stock by Phil Alpert's Cheeses of All Nations stores. Argentine aged Gruyère, Canadian Doka, French Bleu, Brie, Camembert, Fontainebleau, Port d'Evêque, Port de Salut, Reblochon, Roquefort, Grecian Feta, Hungarian Brinza, Polish Wasarski Ski, Romanian Cascaval, Swiss Schwitzerkäse, American Cheddar and Brandy, Hoppy, Indian. Coeur à la crème, Burgundy, France. This becomes fromage à la crème, too, see, when served with sugar, and it is also called a heart of cream, after being molded into that romantic shape in a wicker or willow twig basket. Coeur d'Arras, Artois, France. These hearts of Arras are soft, smooth, mellow, caressingly rich with the cream of Arras. Coffee flavored cheese. Just as the Dutch captivated coffee lovers all over the world with their coffee flavored candies, Hagischt Hopjes, so the French with Jonchée cheese and Italians with ricotta satisfy the universal craving by putting coffee in for flavor. Coimbra, Portugal. Goat or cow, semi-hard, firm, round, salty, sharp. Not only one of those college-educated cheeses, but a postgraduate one, bearing the honored name of Portugal's ancient academic center. Colby, USA. Similar to Cheddar, but of softer body and more open texture. Contains more moisture and doesn't keep as well as Cheddar. College educated. Besides Coimbra, several countries have cheeses brought out by their colleges. Even Brazil has one in Minas Gerais, and Transylvania another called Colas Monastor, while our agricultural colleges in every big cheese state from California through Ames in Iowa, Madison in Wisconsin, all across the continent to Cornell in New York, vie with one another in turning out Diploma Ed, American Cheddars, and such of high degree. It is largely to the agricultural colleges that we owe the steady improvement in both quality and number of foreign imitations since the University of Wisconsin broke the curds early in this century by importing Swiss professors to teach the high art of Emmentaler. Colwick. See Slipcote. Coum Air, France. Small, similar to Italian Stracchino in everything but size. Commission. Holland. Hard, ball-shaped like Edam, and resembling it except being darker in color, and packed in a ball, weighing about twice as much, around 8 pounds. It is made in the province of North Holland and in Friesland. It is often preferred to Edam for size and nutty flavor. Compiègne, France. Soft. Comté, See Gruyère. Conches, France. Emmentaler type. Condroux, Regat, de la. Rhone Valley, below Lyon, France. Semi-hard, goat, small, smooth, creamy, mellow, tasty. A cheese of cheeses for epicures, only made from May to November, when pasturage is rich. Confit au Marc de Bourgogne. See Époisse. Confit au Vin Blanc. See Époisse. Cooked or Pennsylvania pot. USA. Named from cooking sour clabbered curd to the melting point. When cool, it is allowed to stand 3 or 4 days until it is colored through. Then it is cooked again with salt, milk, and usually caraway. It is stirred until it's as thick as molasses and strings from a spoon. It is then put into pots or molds, whose shape it retains when turned out. All cooked cheese is apt to be tasteless unless some of the milk flavor cooked out is put back in, as wheat germ is now returned to white bread. Almost every country has cooked cheese all its own, with or without caraway, such as the following: Belgium, Konchtukas; Germany, Kochkas, Topfen; Luxembourg, Kochenkas; France, Fromage Oui and Le Peuteur; Sardinia, Panadas, Fresa. Coon. See Chapter 4. Cornhusker, USA. A Nebraska product similar to Cheddar and Colby, but with softer body and more moisture. Cornimont, Vosges, France. A splendid French version of Alsatian Munster, spiked with caraway, in flattish cylinders, with mahogany red coating. It is similar to Géramie and the harvest cheese of Géramar in the same lush Vosges valley. Corse Roquefort de Corsica, France. Corsican imitation of the real Roquefort, and not nearly so good, of course. Cossack, Caucasus. Cow or sheep. There are 2 varieties. 1, soft, cured in brine, and still soft and mild after 2 months in the salt bath. 2, semi-hard and very sharp after aging in brine for 1 year or more. Cotherstone, Yorkshire, England. Also known as Yorkshire Stilton and Wensleydale No. 1. See both. Cotrone, Cotonese. See Pecorino. Cotta. See Pasta. Cottage cheese. Made in all countries where any sort of milk is obtainable. In America it's also called pot, Dutch, and smearcase. The English, who like playful names for homely dishes, call cottage cheese smearcase from the German Schmierkäse. It is also called Glumse in Deutschland, and together with cream, formed the basis of all of our fine Pennsylvania Dutch cuisine. Cottenham or double Cottenham. English Midlands. Semi-hard, double cream, blue mold. Similar to Stilton, but creamier and richer, and made in flatter and broader forms. Cotslow, Cotswold, England. A brand of cream cheese named for its home in Cotswold, Gloucester. Although soft, it tastes like hard cheddar. Coulommiers Fraise or Petit Moule. Ile-de-France, France. Fresh cream similar to Petit Suisse. See. Coulommiers, le, or Brie de Coulommiers, France. Also called Petit Moule from its small form. This genuine Brie is a pocket edition, no larger than a camembert, standing only 1 inch high and measuring 5 or 6 inches across. It is made near Paris and is a great favorite from the autumn and winter months, when it is made, on until May. The making starts in October, a month earlier than most Brie, and is off the market by July, so it's seldom tasted by the avalanche of American summer tourists. Cow cheese. Sounds redundant, and is used mostly in Germany, where an identifying word is added, such as Berliner Kuhkäse and Alt Kuhkäse, old cow cheese. Cream cheese. International. England, France, and America go for it heavily. English cream begins with Devonshire, the world-famous thick fresh cream that is sold cool in earthenware pots and makes fresh berries, especially the small wild strawberries of rural England, taste out of this world. It is also drained on straw mats and formed into fresh hardened cheeses in small molds. See Devonshire cream. Among regional specialties are the following, named from their place of origin or commercial brands: Cambridge, Cotslow, Cornwall, Farmvale, Guilford, Homers, Italian, Lincoln, New Forest, Rush, from being made on rush or straw mats, see Rush, St. Ivel, distinguished for being made with acidophilus bacteria, Scotch Caledonian, Slipcote, famous in the 18th century, Victoria, York, Crème Chantilly, see Hablé, Crème de Guyenne, see Fromage, Crème de Gruyère, Franche-Comté, France. Soft Gruyère cream cheese arrives in America in perfect condition in tin foil packets, expensive but worth it. Crème de Vosges, Alsace, France. Soft cream, season October to April. Crème double, see Double Crème. Crème fromage à la, see Fromage. Crème fromage blanc à la, see Fromage blanc. Crème Saint-Gervais, see Pot de Crème Saint-Gervais. Cremette Nantais, Lower Loire, France. Soft fresh cream of Nantes. Cremette lait, Anjou, France. A fresh cream equal to English Devonshire, served more as a dessert than a dessert cheese. The cream is whipped stiff with egg whites, drained and eaten with more fresh cream, sprinkled with vanilla and sugar. Cremini, Italy. Soft small cream cheese from Cremona, the violin town. And, by the way, art-loving Italians make ornamental cheeses in the form of musical instruments, statues, still life groups, and everything. Creole, Louisiana, USA. Soft, rich, unripened cottage cheese type made by mixing cottage type curd and rich cream. Crescenza, Stracchino Crescenza, Crescenza Lombardy. Lombardy, Italy. Uncooked, soft, creamy, mildly sweet, fast ripening, yellowish whole milk, made from September to April. Creuse, France. A 2-in-1 farm cheese of skim milk, resulting from 2 different ways of ripening. After the cheese has been removed from perforated earthen molds 7 inches in diameter and 5 or 6 inches high, where it has drained for several days. 1. It is salted and turned frequently until very dry and hard. 2. It is ripened by placing in tightly closed mold lined with straw. This softens flavors and turns it golden yellow. See Hay or Fromage de Foin. Creusot or Gruyette, Limousin, France. Season October to June. Croissant demi-sel, France. Soft double cream, semi-salty all year. Crottin de Chavignol, Berry, France. Semi-hard, goat's milk, small, lightly salted, mellow. In season April to December. The name is not exactly complimentary. Crowdie or Cruddy butter, Scotland. Named for the combination of fresh sweet milk curds pressed together with fresh butter. A popular breakfast food in Inverness and the Ross Shires. When kept for months it develops a high flavor. A similar curd and butter is made by Arabs and stored in vats, the same as in India, the land of ghee, where there's no refrigeration. Crying Kebbuck. F. Mary McNeill, in the Scots Kitchen, says that this was the name of a cheese that used to be part of the Kimmer's feast at a lying in. Cuajada, see Venezuela. Cujac, see Casajou. Cuit, see Fromage Cuit. Cumin, Munster O, see Munster. Cup, see Koppen. Curd, see granular curd, sweet curd, and York curd. Curds and butter, Arabia. Fresh sweet milk curd and fresh butter are pressed together as in making crowdie or cruddy butter in Scotland. The Arabs put this strong mixture away in vats to get it even stronger than East Indian ghee. Curé fromage de, see Nantais. End of section 17. Read by Jennifer Stearns, Concord, New Hampshire.